Hey, Be Joyful Church. I hope you're doing well. I want to give you a little bit of a preview for Sunday's message. I'm excited about the series that we're in. I'm excited about just each part of it as it unfolds in the weeks that are coming. Paul's writing to the Colossians. We're trying to listen to the message he's sharing with them. And the overall message really is tied into the title that we've given this series, Above All Else. And what we mean by that is that Jesus is above all else. And when we orient our lives around that, when that truth permeates all of who we are, who our church is, how we interact with other people, then we're really in the right place. And that's where we're headed. And I hope that we'll be truly encouraged in that. And the first few verses, Paul is introducing the whole topic. He's talking about the gospel and the benefits of it, and what a beautiful thing it is. And then in verse 15, he makes this little bit of a switch. He in a unique way in his book, in this letter, actually, that's not a common thing. He uses a song or a hymn. And the point of the hymn in verses 15 through 20 is to codify truth about Jesus in such a way that with music, it's embedded into the hearts of the people. And what he's doing, all the phrases in it are phrases that sort of stand against teaching that was going on, whether in the church or just the general cultural community and spiritual community. All the beliefs and all the things that were sort of having an impact on the church. And the church was, I don't know if I would say wavering, but just unsure about how they were to understand all of this competing information. And so Paul says, this is the truth. He says, this is the song. He says, Jesus is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions, rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him. And he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything he might be preeminent. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross. So a ton of truth is packed into this, but we all know that truth is embedded in our hearts and our minds in a way that's really special through music. And that's the point of this. At O Be Joyful, we sing songs. We purposefully select those songs so that there's truth in them. We try to present them and use them in a way that will engage our hearts, and then for us, provide an opportunity for us to return to those songs during the week, during the month, later in our life. We recall those words, and those words teach us about who Jesus is and remind us of that. And so that's what this is about. Here's an idea. Think about your favorite song we sing at O Be Joyful, or maybe a song from your history that's about Christ or that's from the church. And think about what it teaches you. What are you learning from that song? And how can you really enjoy that truth when those words come to mind, when you sing that song, when you're driving in your car? There's a purpose behind the music and the way God's created us with that. And so we're enjoying that in verses 15 through 20. All right, see you Sunday.